What's going on, guys? It's Mr. Mac here with another quick review, and today we're going to take a look at multiplying a trinomial. Now, you probably should go back and watch my quick review on multiplying binomials because that will really help you understand what we're doing here. But just as a reminder for those that have already seen the binomial review, let me give you an idea of how that works and how we can use what we did there to help us with multiplying trinomials. So let me fix these screens real quick. All right, there we go. So guys, I've got a binomial here, two binomials. So if you remember from the video or the review on multiplying binomials, how we would solve something like this is we would make a grid, a 2 by 2 grid, right? Because it's 2 by 2. And then we would put in our binomial terms up here and down here, like 3x and 2, and then x and plus 4, and then we would fill in the boxes, right? So let's change this to a trinomial and see how, if there's some similarities here that can help us, which there are. So we're going to make this squared, make this 4x, and then we're just going to say plus 3, okay? So now I have a binomial still, but now this is a trinomial with 3 terms. So we still solve this using the grid method, but since I have 2 and 3 terms, I need a 2 and a 2 by 3 grid. So I basically just need to draw 2 extra boxes right there. So now I have a 2 by 3, okay? But everything else is basically the same. So I'm going to go ahead and put these terms up here on top of these columns. So x squared, positive 4x, positive 3. And then here in these 2 rows, I'll put these terms, 3x, and then positive 2. Okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and fill in my boxes here by multiplying. So let's see. First off, I'm going to put a 1 in front of this x here because there's always an understood 1 there. I'm going to put a 1 above this as an exponent because remember, if there's a variable that has no exponent, there's really an understood 1 there. And the same thing here. So that'll help with our multiplying and adding. Now we just go ahead and fill in the boxes. So we start multiplying numbers. 3 times 1 is just 3. And now we multiply the variable. So x to the 1 power times x squared. Remember, if I'm multiplying exponents, I can just add the little numbers together. So this becomes x to the 3rd, right? 2 plus 1 is 3. Next box, 3 times 4 is 12. X times x is x squared. Next box, 3 times 3 is 9, and x just stays x because it has nothing to multiply with it here. Let's go to this box. 2 times 1 is 2, and x squared just stays x squared. 2 times 4 is 8, and x times nothing just stays x. And then last, 2 times 3 is just regular numbers, that's a 6. So here's my answer here, and just like with binomials, the very last step that I do is combine like terms. So I start here with my biggest term, x to the 3rd. There's no other x to the 3rds, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that in my answer, 3x to the 3rd. X squared, well, just like with binomials, these boxes that connect diagonally like this are always going to be the same term. So I have x squareds here and x squareds here. So I know that I can combine these 2 boxes together. So 12 and 2 is 14. So 14x squared. And remember, I'm just combining the big numbers. The x squared stays x squared. Next, x's and x's. Again, these guys connect diagonally, so I can go ahead and combine these 2 like terms. And same thing, we're just adding the big numbers together. So 9 plus 8 is 17, and x just stays x. And then last, just the regular numbers. There's nothing to combine it with, so that stays plus 6. Okay? And that would be my final answer. All right? Let me show you one more. Let's see if we can do this one quick here. So let's go 2x squared plus 3x times 3x to the 3rd plus 2x squared minus 4x. Okay, so again, don't let the exponents intimidate you. We set it up the same exact way. So I'm going to make a 2x3 grid here and here, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in, or I'm going to put my terms above and on the side. So 3x to the third plus 2x squared minus 4x, 2x squared here plus 3x. All right, so now that I have my terms put above the columns and next to the rows, I can go ahead and just fill in the boxes. So it's just the same as before, multiplying numbers times numbers. So 2 times 3 is 6. And then x squared times x to the third, remember we just add the little numbers together, so 3 plus 2 is 5. Go to the next one. 2 times 2 is 4. X squared times x squared is x to the fourth. And then the next one, negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. X squared times x is x to the third. Okay, down here, 3 times 3 is 9. X to the third times just x to the 1, 3 plus 1 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. X to the 1 times x to the 2 is x to the third. And then negative 4 times 3 is negative 12, and x times x is x squared. Oh, but Mr. Mac, there's no regular numbers there. That's fine, it doesn't have to. So here's our answer. Let's go ahead and write it out. So this is going to be my only x to the fifth, so that's 6x to the fifth. X to the fourth's here and here, right? They connect diagonally, so I got 9 and 4 is 13, and those are x to the fourths. X to the third's here and here, right? Because they connect, so negative 8 plus 6 is negative 2x to the third. And then that's by itself, it doesn't connect with anything, negative 12x squared. So still binomial times a trinomial. There were just no regular numbers. They were all exponents. They were all variables with exponents, and that's fine. So guys, hopefully this helps you understand the step-by-step process to multiply trinomials. Keep up the good work, and we'll see you next time for another quick review.